case of enterprise maps, you can do very advanced reports. In most cases, these reports are using JavaScript. So almost all the reports that you can see in the screens are reports that you can find the source, how the report is generated. For example, here, this is a new one. It's a report which is showing the cloud transformation process. Yeah, so we have some tabs like here. We can have heat maps like this one that can be interactive. So if I want to play with the data and show something, it can be modified easily. Or for example, installed software map, which is another type of heat map, which is showing the software is possible. Or we can generate some road maps like this one, or we can generate structure maps like, for example, this one, which is showing the business capabilities and the linked applications with the business capabilities. These reports are interactive, so if I want to, for example, drill down into the details, now I, for example, selected sub-partner relationship management, I can see the details, or another drill down into the specific capability is also possible. So these are the reports that you can use, and now let me show how these reports are configured. If I click to administration, I have here option called Manage Scripts. Manage Scripts, first of all, is showing the survey sources. So here I have the full surveys, list of surveys that I can use. And here I have a reports and portlets. The report or portlet can be easily added to any dashboard. So if I return back to the reports, I can create a new dashboard, create dashboard. I can define the structure of the dashboard. I will call it test dashboard. I will select some layout, like for example this one. And now I can define that it will be located under governance, for example, menu. So it will be inside the governance menu. I will click to OK. And now I have a brand new dashboard, which is empty. Now if I click a right click, I can select what attributes or artifacts I would like to have here. So let's say I would like to have here some heat map called installed software. I can make it bigger. Here I would like to have for example, some model view, and it will be architecture model. So now I have here another portlet. I can put there another one. For example, I will use chart or diagram. It will be even better diagram. So now I have a selection of diagram, and I will define that I would like to see conceptual model. So I will select it. And now I have here a diagram. Yeah, so I can build my own dashboards. These dashboards can be linked with specific users. And now how I can configure it. I will show you, for example, installed software heat map. The installed software heat map, or all the reports are written in Java. So this is or JavaScript more precisely, or in this case it's just a JSON configuration, which more or less describing how many nodes we want to see, what is the data source that we use for the processing the data, and now the background color will be a stage, the size will be the number of installations. If I open the data source, which is the installed software map, and data sources are separated, which is, I would say, the table which is generated for the report, I can jump to the installed software, and I can look to the installed software. As you see in this case, it's a simple query in DQL language. So I do some select from system software and with some additional conditions. If I open the installed software data source, I can even visualize it, so I can see the data which are coming from the report or from the data source which are visualized, and this can be visualized as a heat map or as a report like table, or it can be visualized multiple ways like structure map. So this is the data source. and the data source is tightly linked with reports. I will show you another example which is much more complicated. I will show you the cloud assessment status. If you remember the table with multiple tabs. So this is very advanced report, and here we are using pure JavaScript. The JavaScript can use two libraries. One is XJS, which is a standard library that you can find on the internet. And all examples of XJS can be used in Enterprise Maps because this library is imported into Enterprise Maps. So if I may return back, I will put XJS for examples, because this will be more precisely define what I wanted to show you. So now you will see what all you can build. Yeah, like here you can see what type of diagrams, charts you can build. There can be interactive. If you write the Java inside JavaScript, you can build tables, you can build grids with some values and so on. It can be very interactive because in JavaScript you can define the handlers which are really defining what to do in case I will click on something and so on. So you can do very basic ones like the install software map, which is a predefined portlet where you just define how to map it, or you can do very advanced JavaScript stuff if you really need it. Another library that we use is a D3 library. So we imported or integrated into Enterprise Maps two libraries, and this library is showing very advanced views that can help you to build, I would say, more interactive views where you can hide, for example, the trees and do a lot of things with the specific diagrams or views that you want to build. So these are the two technologies that you can use in Enterprise Maps to script the portlets in Enterprise Maps.